Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday Night Live, 1 minute early. How are you doing today? Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Give everybody a few minutes to come on in. You're telling me about this. What? Sorry, all the notifications. Goodness me. What's up, everybody? Okay, so let's just get rid of this here. This over here. Alrighty. So I'm just gonna get going. Just let some people come on in and have a chat and stuff beforehand. I tend to kind of like get ahead of myself and explain what's going on, and then people come in and ask what's going on. But yeah, we're back in Fresco with the tarot cards for right now. I'm working on what card that I was working on with Ms. Jane last week. We're at the point of the shadows, which is super fun. RB's in the chat. Welcome to the stream. How are things going, RB? Sorry, I'm all twisted here. Chaos. Okay, so last I was working on this one, we were throwing in the shadows. I was working on some other tarot cards earlier today, so I gotta get myself reoriented with this lovely lady here. But yeah, we're definitely gonna do some shadows for right now on the right layer. Rolling on. I like that. Keeping it real, man. I just got back. I had a weekend away with some friends, so it was nice to change the pace a little bit. Escape for a few minutes, pretty low key, in a really nice spot actually, so that was kind of cool. Went to the barn where one of my product shelves are, and my friends, being awesome as they are, walked up to my shelf and were like, "Oh my gosh, have you seen these coloring books? They're amazing. I've never seen anything like this before." They were hyping me up because they freaking rock. So yeah, it was pretty fun. It was a good weekend. Chill with some people I haven't seen in a long time. Some people I see regularly but don't have chances to catch up with. It was really good. And now we're gonna get back to the groove, man. Gotta get caught up on these tarot cards, I tell ya. Because everybody's really excited about them, so I must proceed. Oops. So I have just one more market left this season in a couple weeks, and most of my shops should be up to date. I have to go back out to the barn one more time to keep things up to date, I think, and before things get shut down out there. And then so that means I get more time with these tarot cards, and a few other projects that I want to work on for me, which is very exciting. Over the weekend I was getting back to, a friend of mine is starting some watercolor, so we watercolored together for a bit, which was super fun. She's doing a really great job with it, and it's like, oh man, yeah, getting my hands dirty in the traditional work makes me want to do some more watercolors for sure. Alright, we're going to put a little bit more on this side, not as much. I just want to pull it away from her neck a little bit. We have a bunch of snow here today, so getting into my like cozy under blankets creating type era, which is great. Traditional work. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely want to do more traditional work next year. I want to get back into my sketchbook. I want to do not that I don't love doing this. It's just I love getting my hands dirty and stuff. So I'm going to try I was telling Jane, I don't remember if it was on the stream or before or after the stream, but saying I was a little bit inspired by her 100-day stream challenge that she's doing. I was thinking more like 100-day like in the sketchbook, or at least just bare minimum, just get like in the sketchbook a little bit every day or a little bit more in a week to ease into it. I saw a thing online that was like, just commit yourselves to like 10 minutes of a something to get into a habit of it, because you're probably not going to just do 10 minutes. Like even in a day you're not feeling it or you're not into it too much, you're probably going to put in like a half hour or an hour or something into it. So I'm probably going to try doing that because yet again, my markers and things are feeling neglected. So I want some watercolor. I did some like collage stuff a little bit while back I got started on that I want to get back to. So yeah, maybe I'll get my easel out, get some paints out. It'll be really good. So that's part of the plan, man. A few more things that need to get done this year first, and then we'll get into that faux show. Oops. So I'm excited. What have you been working on lately, RB? More client work? Client work, that's good. I hope it's good client work. Like they like to play the game and trust you to do your job. Did a bit of my own project, but just a bit. That's okay. Sometimes you just need like a little bit to kind of get back and just reset a little bit, get into the groove. So now I'll do that with like any kind of project or whatever. Like I have a few things on the go, obviously, for the studio, but then like I have a couple freelance projects to wrap up before the end of the year, but just you balance them out with the tarot cards or some sketching or something else, because you want to keep yourself fresh. Good Lord. Nice if I was a little fresher. Sheesh. But yeah, you gotta do some stuff for you too sometimes. I'm saying that as much to me as I am to everybody else. Oops. All right, save. Okay, I'm gonna pull this down a little bit because I think it's a little bit much. As we move further back in the place here. Alessandra's in the chat. Welcome to the stream. How are things going? How was your weekend? I was away this weekend and I just got into town just after you finished streaming yesterday. So I was like, no, I missed it. I hope it went well. Dancing, dancing. Things were slow, now I'm super busy. So I'm going to do some additional streams. I got another market in 3 weeks. Woohoo! So I can catch up. Did not see any stream from Thursday. I was too busy. Yeah. Oh. Excuse me, that was excessively noisy. Sorry. Yeah, it's a busy time for everyone. But I'm glad the stream went well. Yeah, and if the streams help you stay on track, you got to prep for that market in 3 weeks. I have one in 2 weeks. Not this Saturday, the Saturday after. And then I'm done for the season. I'll be just working online shop stuff. That's good. Yeah. Because sometimes people Alessandra said, like, even if no one shows up. That's what Jane was saying, too, for some of her streams. She's doing, like, a 100-day stream thing. She says that sometimes no one's there. Sometimes they're there, but they're not chatty, which is fine. But, like, that's what, like, the best part about having some of the streams that you can go back to is people can kind of catch them a little bit later. And if not, it's, like, good practice for the tech and stuff. It's all good. You never know who will turn up, and you don't want to miss out. And someone wanted to check things out. Another holiday market. They're going to give me a big table and tent, Christmas decorations and lights. Holy cow. I got a Christmas outfit for that day. It's your last one. That's awesome. Yeah, it's always fun to get all... Whew. Sorry. News updates. Yeah, I like to get all festive and stuff like that, but usually for ours, we have to, like, provide our own lights and things like that. So that's pretty cool that they're helping you with that. Super neat. Applications for next year. Yeah, I'm starting to plan my next year, and, like, once I'm done this last market, I'm going to be kind of, like, going through what went well, what didn't, and then kind of plan the year out. Like, I'm finding more that the fall markets and the Christmas markets are a lot more populated and popular than, like, some of the other ones. So she says, I have a whole Excel sheet for it. Me too. All this math to see, like, what makes sense and what's working and what isn't, what's selling, what isn't, which isn't very helpful because I just did a market a couple weeks ago, and one of them was really it didn't sell the same things that it did last year. And then at this market, it was a lot of gnome stuff. The other market, it was a lot of tarot stuff. It's chaos. It's so hard to figure out. So yes, the Excel sheet is key. Oh, Diary's in the chat. Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. It's so good to see you. How are things going? Oh dear, what's happening? Oh, nope. Sorry, I got ahead of Fresco, got ahead of me there for a sec. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah. But it's good to kind of figure out what each market is going to do for you so that you can plan accordingly next time. Won't always be accurate because, like I said, sometimes it's hit and miss as to what might be popular and what might not be popular and all that kind of fun chaos. But it's something to go with. You won't know until you try it out. Oh dear. Things are going. Okay, that's fair. We were just, RB was just commenting on how busy things have been. And that's, everybody's got a lot going on this time of year. Oh dear, that's not what I want at all. Boop, 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 boop. Got a lot going on, but I'm good. Okay, that's good. I find that balance for you every now and again. I think everybody finds it's easy to drop their own things, so make sure you're getting what you need at points. That's okay. Oh dear. Oh, our bee's gone silent. There he is. All right. Working on some tarot content today. I've had a lot of discussions the past few days with the tarot cards. People are very excited for them, so that's exciting to see. I have my content at a place called the Barntique here in Ontario, and I was going to, when I did my last restock, I was going to take out, I had some blind tarot reads from content from this deck, and I was going to take them out of the barn just because I was coming up to Halloween markets at the time, and I thought, you know, like I'll save them for myself for the market and all that kind of stuff, and I mentioned that I was going to take them out, and the girl who runs the barn was like, I think you should keep them here, because she's like, they're a really good stocking stuffer, like I think they would do well. So there were only 3 left, so I was like, okay, you know what, I'll just leave those 3 there, and we will see how they go. And then one lady came in and cleaned them out. She's took them all. She's using them for stocking stuffers. I was like, well, Jen was right. What? Jen was right. Okay, I have done a silly thing here now. Okay, knock it off, you. Is this a sketch? It is. Where's her hand? I'm missing a line. Okay. So yeah, so the lady came and cleaned them out. So there's none left at the Barntique. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. So I'm been talking about it quite a bit, so I want to stay on schedule to get this deck out because people are ready. Like even one lady, I was explaining to her and then that. Okay. I was at one of the markets, I was explaining what the blind tarot reads were, and I said that there's a new deck coming. So she grabbed my business card. I was like, that's what I'm here for. I'll see you next year. I'm like, perfect. So we gotta stay on track. See what the heck's going on. Oh, no, don't do that. Whew. What the heck are you doing? No. Oh, it's the wrong one, that's why. Yeah, goof. There we go. So we got to keep going. But we're on schedule for now. I'm just a little bit more kind of week to week than I'd like to be. So got to get back on ahead of schedule so I can get all the supporting things like the book and everything else ready to go with it so people can look up what their readings actually mean. So still lots to do. But not burning out yet, which is excellent. I'm gonna stream at 8 p.m. Till I'm gonna watch you and cook. I've already washed the dishes, of course. Thank goodness. That's good. I do have to eat dinner right after this and get ready for the week, but I'll do my best to hop right on when I'm done. And I'll try not to go over either, so I won't get into your time. Excellent. Keep me on track here. What are you working on your stream, Alessandra? That was Alessandra who said that, by the way, if you're listening on YouTube or Facebook. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of a shadow here to give us a little bit of... It's just drawing my eye. It's drawn my eye a few times, so I want to get rid of that if I can help it. There we go. There we go. Save, please. Animal cards. Okay, sweet. So yeah, if you're still hanging around, definitely check out Alessandra's stream. Always a fun time. So I'm not expecting anyone. I'm doing it so I can get things done and not get lazy. That's totally fair. Everybody needs a little kick every now and again. That's why I tell people about like the tarot cards, and I tell people about certain projects I want to get done, because then I feel like, even though I wouldn't be, I feel like I'd be letting everybody down if I don't complete them. 2 a.m. That's outrageous. Oh, the Christmas tree? Thanks. I went a little aggressive with the lights this year, so there's not as many ornaments on it, but yeah, she's nice and bright. I was excited. I was like, that's it. It's time for Christmas magic in this house. It's time. Oops, I went too aggressive. I like the fall. Christmas is my jam. We even went, because I was away this weekend, and we rented like a cottage that's normally kind of really popular because it's right on the beach to one of the Great Lakes here. It's normally really popular like in the summer. Like a lot of their like rules and stuff are like about like taking stuff to the beach and all that kind of stuff. But obviously they still rent it in the winter. But it was all decorated for Christmas. It was all like decked out, which was super fun. Oops. There we go. Man, so it's like 1 a.m. for you, and you're hanging out on my stream. Thanks, RB. You rock. So Jane will say, sometimes she'll say like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna like stay up late. I'm like, please don't burn yourself out to watch the stream. You can watch this restream later. I'd love to have you there, but please don't burn yourself out. I appreciate everybody who comes. Now, I'm not certain I'm going to put shadows. I was going to put shadows on the ribbons, but I think they're going to be too small, so we're not going to do that. We're going to save, though. We're a lot further along in this than I thought we were. That's excellent news. Oops. If I feel tired, I would be off. Fair enough. You are an adult. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, those shadows look really good. I like how those came out. Ooh. Alessandra says her friends in Hong Kong I'm torturing with pics of delicious food I can't have. Oh my gosh. I have a friend right now, one of my roommates when I went to school, she's in like Europe, like all over Europe, and seeing all this fabulous art I haven't seen yet. And then she's at like the Christmas markets and things. I'm like, oh, I'm so jealous. To plan for next year. Oh, Dari says, I spent all summer with my girlfriend on the Detroit River. She worked at a park by the river. It was awesome. That's amazing. Summer by the water? Oh, no. That sounds awful. No, that's great. That would be so good. Love being on the water in the summertime. Oh, and then off to Taiwan. Oh my goodness gracious. That's cool. I feel like if I was going to go that far to that side of the planet, I would want to make it a big long trip too. Like I know a friend who's going to Japan next year, but they're going for like 3 weeks. I feel like make that plane ride worth it. Because it is a long one. Well, from where I am, anyway. Those of you in Europe, it's probably not as far, but yeah, it's far from here for sure. I think I want a shadow right here. It's not really where it would be in the light source, but I'm flashing my artistic license here. I'm putting it in. Wow, that's a big trip. That's amazing. Okay. Now, what am I doing next? This one. I'm going to do color inside, and I'm going to make the brush bigger. I don't have any hue saturations on here, right? So we're going to have to go with the gray. So that color inside, like the blue button that you have there, it's just taking into account the reference layer that we have. So when I'm putting the fill in on each of those sections, and it's factoring in our top layer there, it's just kind of factoring in those lines, so that whatever section I put my pen in, so here's a good example. If I put my pen in this section and I paint, oh, it's underneath there, sorry. Let's just do it up here for a sec. And no, that's no really. We'll do this. It's only going to paint in there. So right now you can't see what my pen's driving, like I'm coloring over the moon. So it's only going to stay in those lines, which will keep things, it just helps me rather than having to lasso everything. It works pretty nicely here. I was going to do that for I tried testing that a little bit with the stained glass. It kind of works, but just because of the edging and the edges and stuff, and how the paint goes, it didn't do exactly what I wanted, but it's my next test to see if there's another way to do that. But then this way I don't have to lasso it and then do all the erasing. For something this big, like you can see there's kind of an edge around that line there. Oh, maybe not. There's a tiny little gap between the line and the pen. So like, sometimes it's a little bit harder. So I'm figuring it out for the stained glass, because then I don't have to worry about things as much. But my eraser, you can see, also is maintaining that. So I'm actually going to turn that off for now, because I want my line to go across this little bit. I just want it to look like a shiny surface a little bit. No, not that one though. That was not good. I don't want either of those lines actually. Just to give it that bit of a vibe. There we go. But it's just kind of a good way to do it. If you have a complex illustration or a layer that you want to work in, then you can kind of keep that color inside available. I'm going to see if it's going to work for the stained glass in the future, because it probably would be a little bit easier. Okay, so that's then, sorry, a little easier than doing like lasso on each piece, but we can test that on the next one. It might be on the next card in a few minutes. So let me just see what we got here. Okay. I feel like we need another. I feel like I want to do. Not that one. This one. So actually, we can run a quick test. So what did I do? My recent ones, we'll do this one. And I want a lot lighter skin, because there's a multiply. Okay, yeah, that's going to work. So if I have the paint inside on, then I can have this do its thing in here. Oh, it's too much. If I use this brush too much, a lot of the texture disappears. I have to be really careful on how I use it, because I want the texture. So now it's only filling in that space. It's not going onto her hair or anything. If you can watch that section, then I don't have to worry about the lasso tool. So I'm going to try that with the stained glass on the next one. Oh, sorry. So I try and turn off the color inside, because in this case I'm like erasing on a line. So it wasn't erasing anything, because I was on the line instead of a section. Ooh, sent pictures of the park. Ooh, that's cool. I will definitely take a look. Woohoo! I love fun summer adventures. Okay, I don't know if I love that so much. It's usually my stained glass approach. I don't like it on the wrinkles because it feels excessive. I think we'll do the hair loops to give them a little bit more depth. Maybe the her spine a bit. And then we'll pull it back from the edge. I won't worry so much in the shadow section, because like the shadows are going to cover that, but let's give it a bit of a whoops. Remember that all of this is on a different layer. Whew. Glad I caught that before. We got too deep. Okay, so we will go back here, color inside, we'll do some, I just wanted a little bit more texture to her skin without making it look too, like she's supposed to be older, but I don't want it to like look too wrinkly or anything. But it was looking like, even though there's texture on her layer, it's just it was a little plain, so a little light. Oh shoot! Be kind of nice if the, I know why, like the erase also stays on, but you can turn that color and paint inside on and off. It doesn't maintain, which I think in normal circumstances I'd be okay with, but I want to be erasing outside of the lines and coloring inside of the lines. Okay, coming together. Now I want to do a whoa, that's aggressive. What? No, I still want this one. Why is it 380? That feels ridiculous. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. Okay, let's try again. I want it to just be like really subtle. Oops, too far. Too far. Okay. Then I want to go up here and just have a normal layer. I'm going to do white, and we're going to do, in my favorites, my favorite, this one. Okay, so like the people, we're going to kind of like turn into the stars. So we'll see how many of these. Nope, it all feels excessive. There we go. Too much. This is a pressure sensitive one, so pressure sensitive brush, sorry. And so as I work through it, the stars are bigger or smaller depending on the amount of pressure I'm putting on it. And I do like this brush because as things are spread out, I can kind of like take out certain stars without having to like re-add the brush, like you saw with the splatter brush that I was doing. I had to kind of like, if I liked it, I could stick with it, but if I didn't like it, I had to kind of like start the brush over. Here I don't have to do that. I can just kind of, unless like the stars really aren't aligning with the way I want. Like those were too big, so we're just going to do a couple little light ones here and take out a few. I don't want them overlapping. Get rid of this one. Don't want them on top, I want them underneath. This was like a partial star, so I'll take that out. And then I'm going to, oh, I have another thing I want to add, but that will be in a second. I want to put in, where's my multiply? This one. And this one, I want to put a bit of texture on the crowd. Now the color inside isn't going to work for this one, not uniformly. So that's why I'm doing the lasso instead. Because recent, because I want it to kind of like work across the people like this. I want them to kind of all work together. And the color inside wouldn't have that. Each little individual person would have like their own texture, which could be fun, but I think given what we're trying to do here, I think it would be better if it was just that little bit of subtlety. And I'm going to actually put in a small bit of a shadow here for the people. Then we're going to erase. Oops. Ooh, it's so dark, hard to see. Okay. Do this here. And then where's that other? This we're going to do clean line here, here, and here. And then where's that other one? Ooh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So that gives the crowd a little bit more depth. Yeah, I think that's okay. I was going to give them a little bit more of a shadow. Maybe a little bit more. Looks great. Thank you. I am pretty happy with how this one came together. Oh, that's not how that tool works, Erin. I was waiting for the line to straighten out. I've had this one in the plan for quite a while, but wasn't sure of the layout until recently. So I like when it kind of kicks into gear. Sometimes I just need a couple extra minutes. Yeah, okay. So some of the faces are a little brighter, but like this also on the like this left edge, like that's where the border's gonna go. So like of the card itself. So I think I'm not gonna get too caught up in that. Oh, I know the other thing I was gonna do. Okay, so on this layer, now what brush am I gonna use for this? I want to use maybe the pencil brush is a good one. Do that. How big is that? I need it to be a little bit bigger. How would this work? Okay, not disliking that. So this is a thread. Oops. Oops. Oh, for Pete's sake, Erin. And then we'll add a bit of not the smoke. Maybe the rough pencil one. Doo, doo, doo. Oops. Just getting some this here. Now I don't know if I want to use this, but I don't know that it's gonna give me what I want. Because it's not magic, like it's just the thread itself. Maybe if I do like her, like in the case of this one, like it's not like a magic spell she's casting or anything, she's sewing. But I want to, oh no, not smoke. Sorry, sometimes it reverts back to, can we make this smaller? Same with this guy. I can pull some of this back if I want to. Oops. Like I said, she's not, it's not casting a spell or anything. It's not like some of the other characters where some of the stuff that they're doing is subtly magic. What do we got? But that's not really coming across, eh? Okay, maybe this needs to be bigger. Nope, don't do that. It's a magic needle. She does make fabulous costumes and outfits. So it does work magic. Oh dear. Making a mess. Okay, and then we'll go back to the pencil and we'll get some of this. You can just add in a little bit more. I like this kind of final layer that I put on. It puts in these like added like glossy spaces. Oh, I know what needs to be done too. And these added just kind of accents and highlights. Oops. That let things really pop. I know what needs some pop. Oh dear, that's just a mess. Let's try again. Okay, so that works really nice. So we'll hit save. Sorry, he's having a dream. Casting a thread, not a spell. Exactly. Okay. So let's see if this is going to work. I don't think on those is what I want. I think we want some on... Oh, they're supposed to be... Maybe we do this. Yeah, okay, that's working. So like this pencil tool is really awesome because like it reacts how I'm orienting my Apple Pencil as well. So like it's lying down, oops, on its side a little bit more when I do it this way, and then now I'm kind of have it upright, so we're just doing kind of more of a sharpened kind of look. So it's pretty awesome. So I'm going to clean up some of this. Because also, I think we need a little bit more of something on the diamonds around it. Now I need I need the vector one. So I want them to be very crisp. So this, I want it to have like 2 maybe. Let's see if that's going to do what I want it to do. Not really, which is unfortunate. Okay, so what if we do color inside? And then bigger than 2. We'll just make some of these just full on white. And then some will just be partially. Her necklace looks fantastic. Thank you. It's supposed to be like, it's rubies, but it's supposed to have like kind of like a, it's a bit of a statement piece. In one of the scenes, so I definitely was like, when we do this character, she has to have the ruby necklace, and it has to be the stained glass. Just gotta give this diamondy kind of effect. But like I can't go too detailed either because like, again, I'm scaling this down. Whoops. It'll be down to the tarot card size, so I don't have to do too much, just enough to give it a bit of a... See there, that's the kick I'm looking for. That little bit of white, that's just gonna like make it pop a little bit. And again, like this is where that color inside, I kind of forgot about the color inside just because like I never used it before. So I think we're going to see it a little bit more on this project. Oops. This is really helpful because instead of like lassoing each individual one of these little diamonds, we can get all of this here, and I can be a little messier with it. Oops. If I hit the line, it colors inside the lines because they're vectors, so they're kind of creating a shape. So I do have to be a little careful there with these small bits, but nope, undo, undo. All right. I'm gonna get rid of this. Oops. Oh, stop that. I just wanted to get it off that line there. And we'll put this back on. You okay, buddy? Almost done, bud. I know, buddy. I know. I'm going to help you in 2 seconds, baby. Sorry, he's not feeling good today, guys, so. I know. Come here. Come here. We're almost done. Okay. All right. Oh, yes. Yes. I'm very happy with that. All right. Okay. Sorry, guys. Mojo calls, and it's a little bit early. No, come here, buddy. Come here. Sit with me. I know, buddy. We'll go out in 2 seconds. Come here. Come here. You come sit with me for 2 seconds, okay, baby? All right. Cool. So I'm pretty happy with this one. I like how this has come out. I'm going to give her the usual 10 minutes, probably a day. I'll check it out tomorrow and see how we're doing and see what we still need to do for this. But I think overall, this is pretty close. I feel like we're doing pretty good with this one. I'm very happy with it. Oh, we have to do something magic with the moon for sure. So I will go back and do that. Actually, we have a few minutes. Can you give me a few minutes here, bud? I know. Okay, so a layer here. Oops, that's not my Apple Pencil. That's just a normal pencil. Okay, so let's do recent. No, just all brushes. I want the recent ones. Oh, for Pete's sake. Okay, so we want this. Oh, it's doing the color inside. For Pete's sake. Okay, it's too big. I just have it in between the layers here so we can give it a nice glowy effect without having to worry about erasing and everything else. And then if I get a little more aggressive with it to make sure that we have the shape I'm looking for. Now, do I want to switch it to maybe, no, I don't. I want it to be normal. I'm going to pull it back. Here, what I'll do this. Pull it back to about a 50. Then I'm going to duplicate that layer, and the top one I'm going to make an overlay. Okay, that's doing something kind of crazy. And then on top, so I put in a subtle, smaller, boop, 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 boop. No, I want that for sure. Which one's this one? Is this the normal one? Maybe you want it more than. Okay. Maybe it's overlay. Oh, shoot. Okay, so maybe that... Really? Bring it down a bit. There we go. This is why we play with layers. Now I'm a little concerned about the location of the moon right now, because I remembered partway through of the development, the major arcana cards, they have a number right here. So I may have to move the moon. But for right now, I'm going to see how it works, because it's kind of like, it's nice because it's kind of like she's almost touching it. So we'll see how it ends up laying out in the card, because like all the artboards are a little slightly bigger than the open space in the card, so I can kind of do that little bit of shuffle to help with the layout a little bit. So we may be okay, but I may have to move that. Oh, zoomed out, that necklace looks freaking awesome. That looks awesome. I want a little bit more. Sorry, I said we were going to finish, and then I didn't. I just want a little bit more on this one. I'm going to add a little bit more to it because I'm pulling it back a bit. There we go. Oh, that looks really good. I love how that came together. I love that I used the pencil. Like the pencil one really gives it a really cool element to it. That's neat. Lots of fun and pop. I like it. All right. And then we wanted to do some, like if you have some of these like pressure sensitive ones, you can kind of, brushes, not ones, sorry. You can really add in a lot of different details with different elements to them. So like even like up here, I wasn't going to put a shadow on this, but maybe we can put some highlights. Alessandra is heading out to set up for her stream. Thank you so much, Alessandra, for being here. Good luck with your stream. I hope it goes well. So I like that these like pressure sensitive brushes, you can kind of just play with them a little bit and give them a little bit more life that you would find, like that I would find in my sketches anyway, that I do lose when I start like inking and all that kind of stuff. So it's fun to be able to put these fancier details in with just a very subtle brush. And I want to... Oops. All right, thanks RB. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. We're just about finished here, so hope you have a great night. All right, super team. Actually, we're going to wrap this up because I think we're in pretty good shape right now. I am going to put this on like a quick timeout and then put it together. Do any little subtle touches or additions or anything that we want to do in the coming days. And actually, this card's going to get posted this weekend, upcoming weekend. Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to do this. This is one of my favorite layers to do because it's just kind of those little like highlights and pop factors that you don't get with the other multiplies and all that kind of fun stuff. Boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, so now I'm going to put this down and like take this off and stop looking at it. Okay, so thank you for everybody who tuned in. As for updates, keep an eye on the streams and mine and Dan's socials. We have some announcements coming up soon for the coloring book for the face cards, etc. So please keep an eye out on those when we have announcements and things. Dan and I are still chatting to see where that's going to be at. But yeah, I think that this is good for now. I'm going to be back next week with more tarot cards. We have a few more that are in the works that we're going to be working on. But I'm very happy with how this one's coming out. So thank you everybody for your feedback and your contributions to what's going on. One more personal one. Come on, you. Come on. I'm going to forget it. Okay, there we go. Boop. Boop. Yeah. So, So thank you everybody who tuned in. We've got RB, Odari, Alessandra. Thank you so much for the stream, for joining the stream. If you want to keep watching some streams, go check out Alessandra. She's going to be streaming in about 5 minutes or so. She'll be on Twitch, so follow her, her different links, etc. if you want to check that out, because it'll be a good time. And yeah, I think that's about it for tonight. So thank you everybody for coming out. I hope you have, oops, I turned myself off here. So sorry. There we go. I hope you all have an amazing evening and a good rest of your week. And I will catch you all next Monday. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye.